Jeremiah Kioni says that Jubilee has gained traction through the political party's window of members registration, in which deadline lapses today. Speaking to our political reporter Elizabeth Mutukos, Kioni says the Jubilee party was unable to get candidates from some regions majorly dominated by Deputy President William Ruto and his UDA party.
Thank you so much, Lady, for giving me this opportunity. I understand today was the deadline for party registration. As Jubilee Party gained any traction? How or exactly how is it faring, considering that from today, no party hopping?
We have gained a lot. In fact, let me tell you, we've even gained more than what we thought we were going to do. Our mind was clear from 2017. Promise Kenyans what you want to do it, then come back 3, 4, 5, 6 months before elections, do the politicking. That's what we've been doing. I have been in this office for the last 3 weeks. We have filled all the positions that we wanted to fill with governors, members of the county assembly, members of parliament, senate, women. And I can tell you, remember that in Jubilee, we don't have a presidential candidate this time around. Our candidate is the Asmio candidate, BAMBA the 5th. And what we have done as Jubilee is to ensure that Jubilee retains the seats that it won in 2017 and more, because Uhuru has done much more in all the areas of this country. We have seen people show interest in Jubilee from all corners of this country. We have even people who want to run on Jubilee in Kodere. Amazingly, we couldn't even get anybody from Nandi, Kericho, and Bomet. Something very, very strange. There must be something that has some form of fear that the Kenyans from that corner have been put in through. But you can also see the person who seems to be the predominant or the favorite in that region is the one who has been busy trotting the whole of other regions and selling poison in form of propaganda.
Could it be
Rise.
started moves late when it comes to those regions you're telling me?
I want to encourage Kenyans to stay away from those leaders who think that they can politic for a whole term. They do not mean well for this country. UDA started their campaigns in 2017. They used the floor of the House to even grow their party. That was done ably by Duale, with the good support and help of the speakership of the House. That is misuse. It's actually an abuse of the offices that we were given.
But you were still in the same parliament and yet you did nothing.
We were not going to do anything, because once you open your mouth and you are speaking, we cannot shut it. You continue speaking, Kenyans will be listening, and it is even worse when you are actually being encouraged to do so by the speakership of the House. Those are things that should not happen in the coming parliament. We want to go to parliament, not to grow our parties, but to grow the ideas that allows people to vote for us into parliament. And I want to challenge you, go through the Hansard. Check how many times those people have talked about UDA. Every time they stood to speak, it was just UDA, Hazara, UDA, Hazara, UDA. That's also a trick. So, and there was no honesty in it. Majority leader, the name of Duare, all that he was doing every day was to sell UDA. So they conned Kenyans. And this is what we are saying. You cannot politic in this country for 4 or 5 years and then go and ask for votes again. To do what?
You lamenting about the popularity of UDA in this country and like Jubilee, the way it was in 2017.
I don't know whether we would want to think. I don't know whether I'm lamenting. I'm not lamenting. I don't lament. But and I also don't think that your statement is about popularity. Popularity will be checked by the voting that we are going to do on the 9th of August this year. That will tell you about the popularity. And we have seen others who behaved like this, but within a short while they have evaporated. So usije ukajidanganya kwamba kama umekuta watu wamefugilia wheelbarrow juu ya gari moja mbili that is the mark of popularity. You cannot become popular on propaganda, on lies, and on insults. It's just a matter of time before Kenyans say, there's something wrong with this group. How do you insult a lady the age of Mama Ginya Kina? How disrespectful? How more? How much more can you demonstrate the fear we should have to have you in a position of authority? If you are insulting an old lady when you're just a member, what about if you take over government? So when we go to Mount Kenya, let me tell you, and watch this space, by the month of May, by the month of June, utatafuta wheelbarrow hapa, hata abaye haina miguu ukose. Not because of anything else, but because the Kenyans in that region are getting to know the truth. Like that.
When you say that you are not able to field the candidates from all the regions, what does this mean? Are you going to support the Azimio candidates, or exactly going to support independent candidates in every other region?
You know, one of the things about the coalition agreements or the coalition provisions in the Political Parties Act, it allows you to come together with other parties. So you may not field every corner of this country, but you can have coalition agreements with others who can field in the areas that you didn't reach, and you also field in the areas they didn't reach. That is how we are saying we manage the country, by being inclusive. So it still goes to confirm or to affirm what we have always believed in, the issue of unity, the issue of inclusivity, and the issue of continuity, so that you are not, again, the issue of reducing the animosity that is there when you are doing campaigns, and the amount of time that we take, and the amount of money that we take. What is the challenge going forward from today? It is how do we manage nominations. And I want to tell you that in Jubilee, we will manage nominations using all available methods, and to ensure that they are free, fair, and affordable. And I can tell you today, from yesterday, we have seen examples of where you can manage nominations, like they were managed in Taita Taveta, where people come into the same room and agree. We are running for the position of the governor or member of parliament. But from the look of things, this is our best bet. We allow her to move on. That is still nomination. It is through consensus. We agree, run, ukishida, usije ukafikiria ulishida kwa sababu ni wewe mwenyewe, ni sisi wote ambao. So we want that mind of inclusivity, so that we don't have unnecessary acrimonies. And we will want to manage our nominations on that front. And I can tell you, we have many already that are heading that way. And we encourage counties. If counties can be able to come, and any leadership to come together and see who is it that is best suited to run on MCA as a Jubilee, that way. We'll be very happy to even get those consensus and to just register them and move on.
Does it mean that change within the parties in Azimio?
Not within Azimio. I'm talking of candidates within Jubilee, who are all looking at the one seat. You may have 5 members of the county assembly, or 5 aspirants aiming at clinching one seat in a county assembly in a county. We want the 5 to come together and say, perhaps if we sit and see, you have done a better campaign than me. More people are, and they can be helped also with ratings, so that we don't waste time and resources carrying out unnecessary nominations. But where it needs to be, we will have them.
Lastly, on this, I understand there was a meeting.
But we also have positions that have just one aspirants. Some of them very strong, and again, that means that we have to let them run quickly towards the 9th of August against those who would want to be our opponents.
I understand there was a meeting today in State House. What exactly happened, especially in reviving, or rather making the party popular in the region, when already we've seen that Jubilee, not Jubilee Party, but UDA Party has gained more than traction in that area?
One is that we had been invited by the occupier of State House, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Commander-in-Chief of Kenya Defense Forces, and we were happy to have been hosted. He had an opportunity to thank people for the support they have given him. He had also an opportunity to explain himself on various issues, and to talk to us generally on many other issues. and the details of which, again, can be best given to you by the spokesman of State House, because they have a complete machinery, and it is not good to pretend or to take over the responsibility of others. I want to talk about Jubilee.
Thank you so much, Leader, for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. I understand we will be talking to you more and more on what will be happening, and more so on the nominations and other things back here in studio.